All right, little update on my Wicked Edge situation. You can see here several different strops and stones. I don't know if all of you are familiar or aware. I sold my Wicked Edge Gen 1 that had been upgraded to a Gen 2 with the adjustable arms and all that stuff. Granite base, everything, to my buddy Jordan. He's been using it to the best of my knowledge and enjoying it. I know he did in the beginning. He had some questions and stuff we talked about, but I hadn't heard from him about that in a little bit. I had been putting off getting my new Wicked Edge. I kind of debated a few different systems of what I was going to get. Anyway, long story short, I settled on the commercial unit. Wicked Edge told me that it's going to be 8 weeks. That was about 2 weeks ago. So it's going to be 8 weeks before any more commercial systems come into stock. So in the meantime, eBay had a 15% off sale. I bought these things here. I already had these from my existing system, and we'll talk about this real quick. These right here are my 1200 and 1600 grit ceramics. If you want a mirror polished edge, I strongly suggest these stones here. I'm gonna, with the commercial system, it'll come with all the grits from 200 all the way up to 1000 diamonds. Then I've got the 1200, 1600 grit ceramics, and I'm not calling these out in any specific order, and these are debated as to which order they come in. These are known as the micro fine ceramics, and this is the 1.4 micron and the 0.6 micron. I also have the 5 and the 3.5 micron strops on leather, and the 1 and the 0.5 micron strops on leather as well. And I know there's a lot of debate: leather, balsa, ceramics, no ceramics, the glass platins, you know, whatever. This is pretty much, what I used when I had my other Wicked Edge. And I think you guys have seen, if you haven't seen, you can go back and check out my sharpening videos. This is pretty much the finishing setup that I used for years. I mean, 6, 7, maybe 8 years. So I know this works. I'm just adding these into the mix since I got them on sale, and I wanted to try them out. So I'm waiting for Wicked Edge to get some more commercial units back in stock, and once they do, that's the last piece I need, and then I'll be back to being able to sharpen my own knives. In the meantime, I have been doing some freehand sharpening, but honestly, with as much as I bounce from knife to knife, needing to sharpen a knife has not been a big deal, and I knew that was going to be the case when I sold off my unit. That was one of the questions that my buddy Jordan had. He said, well, how are you going to sharpen your knives? And I said, fortunate enough to have a decent number of knives, I'll bounce back and forth. I doubt that I'll need to sharpen a knife before I buy another Wicked Edge. And I didn't plan on going, I think it's been like 3 months, 2.5, 3 months. I didn't plan on going that long, but it has turned into that. But now we're back on track. I've got the money together, which leads me to another subject that I'm going to touch in another video, of forwarding gear. I am fortunate enough, I work hard enough to have some fairly nice things. I sold some of my gear I wasn't using, raised all the money, no money out of pocket for my commercial unit. So I already have that money set aside, just waiting for it to come into stock. And I want to kind of talk about that point of affording gear in another video. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Got my strops, I've got my ceramics, just I'm waiting for the commercial unit to come in. If you're wondering what the difference is between the commercial unit and the Gen 3 Pro, the commercial unit, the entire top is made out of aluminum. The edges adjust to a wider angle range. I think it's 2 or 3 degrees more on the low side and 2 or 3 degrees more on the high side, which doesn't sound like a lot, but a lot of times if you're doing like the tip of a Tonto, you really want that obtuse edge, or if you're coming in on a fine like kitchen knife or something, those extra few inches make extra few degrees make a difference. There are also the joints at the bottom where the arms slide back and forth. That's also sealed within the case. There's a cabinet at the front with doors that you can close and lock, etc., etc. It's only $100 difference between the two. So if you're gonna do it once, I say do it right. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope to catch you guys in the next video. Remember, lazy man carries a dull knife.